EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry here from Joe Mixon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check, check, lucky.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Taken down at the 33-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And this is incomplete.
Burrows.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
That's good for us.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
They keep it on the ground again with a fullback Sherman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Sherman.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Bengals.
First down, here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of...
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And the Chargers first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bengals, nothing.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Sometimes you need a phone, one to keep your eyes
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 2nd down, Mixon. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
On the carry.
Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle by Derwin James.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Tate. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Open man is Higgins. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Burrow will throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They start the drive with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 32-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They run again on first down. Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help him along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
4-yard loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
It's now 4th down.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They go play action with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situation.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 77 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 58 yards. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was brought down by Chris Harris. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now he's going to go deep down the left. And that's caught inside the 30. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Coming to you, coming to you.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Buying time to his left. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown. Anthony Sherman, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Chargers 35, Bengals 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Room here to run. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 47-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
8-yard gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Down to lose 1. You go tight. You got tight. Go check.
Cook on the toss left. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Logan Wilson.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
17-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A toss to Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th. And he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Bengals grab it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to